Hello everyone, I am Asha Best. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are safe. Dear children, today I welcome you all in the second and final part of this chapter, A New Dawn. In the first part, we discussed about the type of government in our country. We discussed the central government, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the election of president. So let's begin with the second part of this chapter. Formation of government. In India, we know that people elect their leaders, and all these leaders, they belong to different political parties. Different political parties put up their candidates in elections in our country, and these different party system in our country is known as multi-party system. In this party system, different political parties, they put forward their leaders and they fight for election. And the party that gets maximum votes or maximum seats wins the election and forms the government. And the party that wins the election forms the government, and the leader of the party is known as the prime minister. He is appointed as the prime minister of the country. Now let's talk about the state government. As we know that our country India is divided into different states and union territories. So in our country, every state has a legislative assembly. This legislative assembly makes laws for the state and tells the state that how it should function. All the members of this legislative assembly are known as members of legislative assembly. We can say MLAs. These MLAs are elected by common people. Those who are 18 and above years of age, they vote for these MLAs. These MLAs are elected for a period of 5 years. In state government, the head of the state government who leads the state government is the chief minister. The president appoints the governor for a period of 5 years. The governor heads the state, and the governor is elected or appointed by the President of India for a period of 5 years. In state, the party that wins the election forms the government, and its leader is called the chief minister. Here in place of wins, read it as wins. The leader of the party is known as the chief minister. Now the union territories. India is divided into states and union territories. These union territories are small regions. That is why small region, REGIONS. That is why they are not termed as states. Union territories are governed by Lieutenant Governor. The governor is the representative of the President of India in that particular union territory. He leads the union territory. He works as a president there. Now the administration. At the village level, the administration is run by the village panchayat. Local self-government at the rural level is the Gram Panchayat, and the members of Gram Panchayat are again elected by people, chosen by people of the particular village, and they are also chosen for a period of 5 years only. The head of the village is the Sarpanch or Gram Pradhan. He is also chosen by the people of the village. Any men or women of the village who are 18 years of age or above can vote for the elections. Now let's talk about the municipal corporation and municipal committee that takes care of the needs of the people living in the cities or towns. Here the picture you can see, one picture is showing the village panchayat where the members of the village panchayat and the whole village is assembled and they are discussing the problems faced by people in that particular village, as well as they are trying to find out the solutions for those problems. Now we were talking about the municipal corporation. The municipal corporation works at city or you can say town level. In town and cities, the local bodies that manage the affairs of the area are municipal committees. They are also known as municipalities. And the municipal corporation, big cities like Delhi and other metropolitan cities, there they have municipal corporation there, whereas the smaller towns have municipal committees. Now the people of the town or city, they elect the members of the municipal council. They work for a fixed number of years. The members are chosen from among the residents of the town itself. Only those who are 18 or above years of age, again here they can vote for the elections and or stand for the elections too. A town or city, it is divided into wards. You must be understanding it. Smaller units it has been divided. The people of each ward elect one member. That member is known as the ward member. Now, the municipal council have 20 elected members and these elected members are known as the councillors. The councillors elect the chairman and the municipal corporation head is known as the mayor. The municipal corporation head is known as the mayor. There are different functions which are performed by these local bodies, like they provide good living condition for the people living in those town, villages or cities. They maintain the roads and keep them clean. They provide water facilities to them. They also provide the schools, health centers so that people can be taken good care of, as well as they maintain greenery in their local areas. These are the functions of these local bodies. Now let's talk about the election commission. The election commission for all the above governments bodies, it conducts the elections. It is totally independent. Nobody can, you can say that nobody can influence it. The election commissioner is the head of the election commission. Now the judiciary. The Constitution of India provides an independent judiciary. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the country. It has many judges, the highest being the Chief Justice of India. The Supreme Court gives the final judgment in any legal case. Each state in India has a high court, which is the higher court in the state. There are also many lower courts in every state. Each state and each district in the state has its own court. This is all about the judiciary. Hope you understood the chapter. We'll soon meet with some more interesting chapters from your EVS book. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.